I didn't see the countdown.
I didn't either. It says that we're live. Can you all see us?
We need to know, can you hear us? Can you see us?
Or if we need to start over.
Which would not be unprecedented.
Sometimes with the last minute changes, I never know. Glenn is here.
Okay,
Hi,
there
Glenna.
we go. I
always can count on you, my dear.
Last show before Christmas.
Before Christmas, I said it was the night before, actually 6 nights before Christmas. And Sunday Funday is happening.
And we have a very famous, huge guest coming up later in the show.
Yeah, although I think he's lost weight.
Way to give away.
Well, you said a huge guest.
I didn't say it was jolly.
PLJ, there he is. Parking lot John.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
He's got some surprises in store.
Up his sleeve.
Hi, Jane.
Up his short sleeves shirt.
Hi, Joanne. Happy Sunday Fun Day to all of you. Welcome to the show. It's not the last one of the year, but it's definitely the last one before Christmas.
That's correct.
Because we'll probably be able to have another show with you the day after Christmas. So that'll be next Sunday.
We probably couldn't do it New Year's Eve because we have too much going on.
Yeah. Is New Year's Eve, let me pull up my calendar. New Year's Eve is a Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do Sunday after New Year's.
That's the one where we're going to have Stacy Shefflin as our guest.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about that?
So we're trying to decide.
New year, new you.
That's right. Okay. So we're trying to decide, do we do it virtually or do we drive either to some unknown location? You mean Sarasota on her back porch?
Yes.
Something like that,
Something
maybe.
like that.
Or she could come here and be on our back porch. Right. But we'll have to do it in a slightly different way because, as you can see, we don't have enough room for a third person.
That's true. and also, for those of you that watch
we take up a lot of room.
Those that watched my video on YouTube, there's always the barking dog. There's a dog that gets, anytime somebody walks by,
right,
goes off.
That or a plane flying overhead. Thank you, Tina. We're going to be talking about that today, too.
Did we officially toast?
We did.
Air? Okay.
You can tell because I have lipstick on it.
I thought that was before we went live.
Oh, don't give that away. That we toast before and during. I love all your faces
Sean
and
is in
names
the
coming
house.
through. Sean is in the house. Jane is in the house. I know that's going to be a fun show, Jane.
Hope you got all your last minute shopping done. If not, Judy has something to help you with that later.
Absolutely. But first, it is time for signs of all kinds.
We need a musical intro.
Oh, please don't give me one more thing to put in my waiting room. I think my software will blow up.
Signs of all kinds.
There you go.
There.
Okay.
I delivered that.
Okay. Well done. This first one is from Chris.
Like, a wise doctor once wrote, well, it's illegible.
Yeah, it's familiar, isn't it?
In fact, Judy can't read I can't read my own writing sometimes, which means I should have been a doctor.
Thank you, Margot. And thank you, Chris. Chris is prolific with her sign contributions. She gave us another one. I love this one. Remember what the valet who parked your car looks like, because we do not have valet parking. I love that. So true. It's like, oh, yeah, I can park that for you, sir. Sure. Let me just have the keys to that Lamborghini. It'll be just fine. Bye-bye, Lamborghini.
Yeah, and also as a sign of the apocalypse.
Yes. Here we go. Jane contributed this one. Oh, I have to read this because I've been practicing.
Okay.
Why did the art thief's getaway vehicle run out of fuel? He had no money to buy Degas to make the van go. Right. Love that one. I had to read that.
I know you did that in French, but you had to say Degas, so they really get it.
No, you had to read it. All right. He had no money to buy Degas to make the van go.
There you go.
No. I had to look like I'd taken a little bit of art history in school. Those are good ones. All right. We still have more to go. Oh, I love the Santa hats, Tina. That's so cute. Okay. Next is also from Jane. I love this one too. We buy men used, 29 and up. We buy used men, 29 and up. We buy used men's clothing, probably size 29 and up. Anyway, well done, Jane, because that can be interpreted so many different ways. I love it. I love
First of all, we frown upon human trafficking. That's my disclaimer.
it. For men, 29 and up.
Buying used men.
Yeah,
I don't know.
not a good thing.
Right.
All right, we're moving right along. Oh, you can read this one.
All right, backside of Mom's gravestone. Every time someone asked her for her cookie recipe, she said, "Over my dead body."
So
So
there's
there
the
it
cookie
is.
recipe over her dead body.
That is fantastic.
On her gravestone. Christine.
She stuck to her guns.
Yes. Christine always comes through too with some great ones.
But that's a real
A
recipe.
lot of you do.
on that
Yeah, I know.
gravestone.
Cream, 1 cup
Can you
sugar.
capture that for indication of apology?
Yeah, that should be what we add. Add, let's see if I can read this. Add all together with 1 cup. Cream, chill, and then, yeah.
For everyone who's dying for a cookie.
That's right. You'll have to run out and get that's one of Paul's vices is chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Well, chocolate in general.
Yes.
Christine also brought this one. Now I know why they call it ICU.
Wow.
Very good. Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
What is it with those robes?
I don't know.
Well,
And I never know. Are you supposed to put it on forwards? Are you supposed to put it on backwards? If
well,
you're putting it on backwards, how do you tie
Put it on at all. Or needed to tie 2 together.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Christine, for the contributions. As we move on, Janice, for you animal lovers.
We're sorry, said no cat ever.
Isn't that the truth?
They do have an attitude.
They do have an attitude. And dogs are in the picture too. Do regular dogs see police dogs and think, oh no, it's a cop? I don't know.
Hide your stash.
You'll have to ask them.
Was I speeding?
That is from Chris. Thank you, Chris. Oh, and Deborah wrote this one in.
Is this me?
Yeah.
The employee shortage is so bad that long-haired freaky people can now apply.
Yes.
That is from a song.
Yes.
Signs everywhere, signs.
Do you remember the group?
5-man electrical band.
All right. Good job, although I know you cheated because we were arguing about this the other day.
Who was it? 5-man electrical band.
Who did I say it was? I thought it was the Beatles or somebody, didn't I? Yeah.
Somebody.
Karen just wrote in that she said she doesn't know why she bakes cookies anymore. Karen, your timing is great because you contributed the last one that we have today. Chocolate is the best investment. You buy a 7-ounce bar and you gain 2 pounds.
Fantastic. Where else can you get that kind of return?
That's right. Thank you, Karen. Those were real. And I thought not on the heels of Christmas, but in the midst of the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want those 2 pounds.
See, I've always thought that Judy should give out like chocolate to people who do your workouts.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Right, because then they have to take it. It's just like the 4 out of 5 dentists recommend sugarless gum for their patients to chew gum.
Right.
The smart one is the one who doesn't recommend it. He's got customers for
so
life.
He has business. Keeps
Yes.
coming in. Okay, I got to get back to these guys because I'm seeing a whole bunch more of these coming through. Linda's listening in from Pennsylvania. Hi, Linda. How are your weather situations where you live? I know we almost sat in front of the tree again, but then I thought, oh my gosh, we're going to look exactly like last week because I'm wearing white and we sat in front of the tree. I said, you know what? It's really kind of nice here in Florida. We still got green behind us.
Yes,
but
and nothing says Christmas like a purple Tommy Bahama shirt with a martini on it.
Paul said, I know. How about if I wear that Christmas shirt that I wore before? I said, so you're going to wear the same shirt 2 weekends in a row?
And then I said,
I guess I'm not going to wear that practice shirt.
I said I could wear something red, but it's a sweater. And no, that's not happening.
We have had unseasonably warm weather here.
80s.
Yesterday was 82 degrees. It's been crazy. One of my friends texted, we're supposed to get together this week. She said, all I want is some cool weather for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is some cool weather. I'm sure you probably cannot relate to that based on where you live, but so Dan said it's cloudy in Houston. Speaking of Dan,
Yes.
I got your message and I checked in on Patty. He was worried because he had read something in one of her posts that said that she was feeling like the COVID symptoms were coming on again.
Okay.
And so I checked on her and she said, nope, turns out it was just like flu symptoms. So she's fine. She's getting past it. She's getting over it. and she said it's not going to stop her from traveling for the holidays.
Very good.
So she's got her
Very good.
mask in hand, and she's doing fine. But she's on the other end of the flu. That's good news, actually, with the way things are going now. Carolyn in New Hampshire got a
27
snowy white
degrees.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Sounds like, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'll tell you who has a snowy white something else. Let's see if he's come into the green room yet. And if not, we have some other things planned for you.
Yes.
But he's here. Okay.
He is. Hey, this is amazing, actually.
PLJ.
No, this isn't PLJ. He took today off, and he had a celebrity replacement.
PLS
PLS.
coming on board.
Merry Christmas.
PLS. And there he is.
Merry Christmas from
Hi,
the Turtle
Santa.
parking lot. Hello, Judy and
How
Paul.
are you? I'm
I
not
am
sure we
great.
can hear
Is
him.
he talking? Are we muting him?
Can you hear me
I'm not
okay?
muting. I don't think. Let me see. Maybe I am. Santa?
Hi. Merry
Oh, he's
Christmas.
just waving.
Just waving.
I don't think he has his audio on.
Uh-oh.
I can't see the nose.
Yeah,
I can't
don't
see
know if
the
his
beard
mic-
moving.
if it's- Are you talking
hear
to
you
us,
guys.
Santa? Did you get my letter?
I did. I can hear you.
Give us the thumbs up if you got his letter. Say, ah.
Okay. So we can't hear you, Santa.
No, we can't hear you. But if you can hear us, give us a little view of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Now he can hear us. Give us a little view of the parking lot. Parking lot Santa. Yeah, so there you go.
Look
So
at
we
this.
want to see the sign.
There we go.
Oh, you can hear him. Oh, okay.
Okay. We just
you know
can't.
why? Yeah. You know why? Oh,
Because
I'm so glad you wrote that in.
Wave to the camera,
Okay,
Kate.
because you know why?
Judy had an earpiece plugged
I
in.
have an
For editing.
earpiece plugged into it. Yeah. So let's see if I can
No
undo
volume.
this real
And then we
quick.
can hear him.
And then we can hear him. Because what I'm concerned about is if I turn him on the computer, we'll get feedback.
Feedback.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to see
Well, it was nice
if we
to
can
try.
listen through this. Hang in there with us, Santa.
Don't go
We have
anywhere.
some technical difficulties on our end. But everybody's saying, why don't you talk? They
Okay.
can all hear you talking, Santa.
Introduce yourself.
Well,
Yes, introduce
it's
yourself.
great to be part
Talk a little
of
bit about
the
maybe
Judy
we
and
already
Paul
did.
team here.
Oh,
on
we can
Marco
hear you.
Island,
They're like,
it's
we can
80
hear you. We can
degrees.
hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead, Santa. I'm still
Can you
unwinding.
hear us now?
We can hear you all.
Well, we're here. Thanks for having
All
me.
right, I
Parking
just
lot
had it,
John
you
has
know,
the
I'm
day
so
off.
efficient that I had it all tied into a knot.
That's all.
I
You
can
just
hear
hear.
him through here.
You just
Here.
All right.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Can you hear?
Not yet.
I'm
Let me
here,
mute us.
parking
Okay.
my sleigh, my
hang on.
reindeer until Christmas Eve. Parking lot John gave me a great weekly rate.
Here's
Not
what I'll
known
do.
for a weekly rate, but
Well,
here
they
I
can
am.
hear. That's the important thing.
You're on. Oops.
All
You're
right.
on full screen, Santa.
I can see you. Well, thanks for having me here. Parking lot John's got the day off. And I'm here taking the parking fees for him.
Nothing to this.
He's deserved the day off after working nonstop since April. So here I am, parking here in the Turtle parking lot. Beautiful Marco Island. It's a great day.
Obviously, you have a beautiful day there.
Mhm.
And I'm afraid that we were so efficient with all of the cords and everything so that we could hear you.
We can
I'm
hear.
just happy that we were able to connect with you. If I undo this, then everything will go kaplooey. So,
All right.
so we'll watch the video
No,
back.
let me ask a question.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll just trust him to give the answer.
Maybe I can do this. Or
Mhm.
maybe I can get it to come
I'm
through the
listening.
speakers here.
All right.
Oh, it is.
Santa's
supposed to be
listening.
Okay. Anyway, you go ahead. Ask a question.
Well, my first question is: you're accustomed to the weather up in the North Pole, so how are you dealing with this 80-something degree weather in the parking lot?
It feels great. It's nice to be out of the cold. It's been a little bit too cold for me the last couple of years. Getting older, need to rest the bones a bit. So this is a pretty good respite for me for a week or so before I head out around
I'm
the
not sure if
world.
he's done, but
visit all
that's
those
one thing I
children.
know for sure. Parking lot Santa can talk. He can talk a lot.
All right.
I'm like a reporter. I can barely hear you, Santa.
Yeah.
So is Santa still giving out thumbs up or thumbs down? Giving out
Santa's
Candy
giving out
candy
turtles.
canes in the lot
Santa's
today?
giving out turtles to the little girls and boys today.
Oh, turtles.
Turtles.
Giving out turtles.
And this is the
That's
Turtle
awesome.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Now, how did you meet our friend John?
He's a good friend from way back.
Probably a
And
story
he sent me a
behind
letter last year
Mm.
asking for a new investment opportunity. And I found this lot for him. And this was his Christmas gift last year. So he's taking good care of it.
that. Interesting. I couldn't hear anything. But no, you know what? I've decided. Between you and me, Santa, parking lot John was complaining about gaining a few pounds. So maybe if you leave him the suit and he works every day with the suit on, he'll lose those 5 pounds he wants to lose for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. If he could take his camera and show his belly, you would see that this is a very flat-bellied Santa.
Very svelte.
Very svelte. But I love the old-fashioned
It's a
suit
great
Santa. I love that. It's very old school. And I
Nice.
know there's a story behind that too, because he's had it for a long time.
Oh yeah.
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 All right, parking lot Santa.
I'm so sorry that we couldn't hear
I
you.
know.
Everybody else could do that. but
Everybody
that's-
else could hear
that's
you,
the
though, so
most important thing.
That's right. That's right. It'll be fun to watch this back. It'll be as much a surprise for us.
It'll be
as it
first time for us. Thank you, Santa. Don't forget to stop by our place on. Actually, we're going to see Santa on New Year's Eve.
Yes. Well, we might even see him tonight, actually,
Is there something going on tonight?
at 5:00.
Okay.
Bye, Santa.
Bye, Santa.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us. Too fun.
See, do we know the celebrities or do we know the celebrities?
I know. I'm sorry that we couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
We did practice last night and
Everything was
made
fine.
sure that we could connect. So I'm just thrilled that you guys were able to hear him. But we look like a deer in headlights.
You're
We
right.
look like reindeer in headlights over here.
Oh well.
Oh,
Without the red nose to guide us,
Yes.
but I'm working on it.
It'll be it'll be interesting to see, just because of the other videos that we have to share, if they will come through here.
Mm.
You know.
Right. Gotcha.
So we'll keep going and see what happens.
Okay.
So the next thing I wanted to share with you all is, one of our sponsors for our Sunday Funday
Yes.
is one of my favorite brands, and it's called
Tucket
Tuckets.
socks.
Yeah, and so a very fun, and for those who have not seen it, these are the Tucket socks. Many of us work out in these. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Jane. I'll be telling you all about that because we have that as part of the show today too. But hi, Gregory. I did want to let you all know that this is one of the brands that we love, and these socks are very affordable. They're very comfortable. They're very supportive of your feet. They give you your free toes if you want them for a good grip on the floor when you're working out. But they're called sticky socks because they have the rubber grips on the bottom so that you don't slip. And they even have the closed toe that
fierce.
also have the little rubber feet on the bottom. I bought those and I love them. I wasn't sure I would because I don't work out in the closed-toed socks. But they're so cute and so comfortable. So I'm putting the link for them if you wanted to check them out on the screen. But more so than that, I also wanted to put a link on the screen if you missed the interview, because the CEO and founder of Tuckets asked me to do a fireside chat with her on Instagram.
Nice.
And so I put the link in the comment section if you wanted to see it or watch it, because it was really fun. It got kind of emotional at the end, but it was just so informative, full of information. She's a wonderful woman who's just done so much, I think, for athletes, for sports, for women and men, and just to support the whole Pilates, yoga, bar industry. And they make great gifts. So I've given a couple of them away this season. And I just wanted you guys to be able to see that interview if you wanted to. And the only way I knew how to do it was to give you the link instead of trying to hold my phone up and say, go here and do this and click that. And because it might be more difficult to find.
The only way that I can see it is to watch it, because I get kicked out of the house when Judy has guests.
Well, I run around like a chicken with my head cut off, setting up all of these
So
shows.
she's happy when I'm out of the way.
It was funny though. Paola and I must have talked for an hour. It was just such an easy, smooth interview. And 2 minutes after she said, thanks so much for joining us and have a Merry Christmas. And we both hung up. Paul walked in the door. It was 2 minutes later. I think Glennis saw the interview.
Yeah.
That was so sweet. I love seeing your comments come through right at the end of the show, because you never know who's watching, and you're so focused on answering the questions if you're the guest that it's very hard to look down and see comments that are coming through from other people. I need to get better at multitasking, I guess, but I was glad to see your name come through. So thank you for watching. So Paul has a nice little milestone to share with you. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Look at this.
80,000 views of learning about gemstones.
Yeah, I think that's really neat that there's so many interested people.
Also in news, Judy and I are both doing this, is I'm starting to move, not one or the other. I'm going to be simulcasting, I guess, these videos on YouTube as well as Rumble.
Yes.
Now, the reason I'm doing that, there's some people that have said to me, time to cut the grass. No, there's some people that have said to me, I don't do YouTube. I don't know why. Sometimes people get deplatformed. Even Uncle Dave got deplatformed for a little bit, for a time.
For a while.
So we're just going to make it available on both things. It's going to take me a while. Call it the new year. I've moved some of them, but it'll be available on Rumble.
It takes a little while.
Yeah, to kind of move
because
everything.
you want to do all of the
But it'll still be
tagging
on
and
YouTube.
descriptions and all that stuff. But it just gives people a chance to have a couple of different platforms to be able to see something. Yeah.
So I didn't do a little snippet, but my latest video is actually ranking 2 out of 10.
Which is exciting.
And it's Amazonite.
Yeah.
And what I loved about this story is, first of all, I completely forgot about it till somebody asked me to do a lesson on Amazonite. His name was Ernesto Romero. And specifically, he said, I'm concerned because is it radioactive? Is it toxic?
Yeah.
And then I realized people might have questions like that. So I did a lesson on Amazonite, and then I talked about a great source for you called classicgems.net that you can look up to see any stone. And the answer is no. It's not radioactive. It's not a problem. Everything on Earth, including us, will have a radioactive signature.
Some more than others.
Right. So they rank things in this.
Some of us glow.
It's called barely detectable with Amazonite. So yes, wear it in the best of health.
And it's Amazonite, not Amazonite.
Not Amazonite, and you'll find out why. One of my pet peeves.
He goes into that. I put the link for that video if you'd like to watch it in the comments too. There's all kinds of information in the comment section below the video. So after the show's over, if you want to find anything, or you wondered where an interview was, or you wondered where a video was, or you wondered where to find a particular channel, or even where to find something that is one of our sponsors. If you wanted to try those socks, for instance, you can find that all in the links underneath the video.
And always, always, always subscribe or like, because that helps us. We don't charge anything for this, but that helps us out.
For all of our videos. And speaking of that, I'll show you my video that should be coming out tomorrow morning.
I like this one a lot.
Yay! I hope you get inspired. People love the arm workouts. So I'll give you a little sneak peek at what I'm going to upload. Good. Now what we're going to do here is kind of a low, medium, high. All right, ready? So we're going to go low, medium, high, and back down. Low, medium, high, and back down. But when you get to that high position, don't straighten up all the way. Keep that body pitched forward. Good. Up and down. Keep going. Medium, high, and down. One more. Just like this. Okay. Now, let's do those windshield wipers. Good. So you bring those palms facing the back of the room. And as you bring them in, they're still facing out. So you're not turning your hands as you do this one. Here we go. Out and in. And out and in. Good. Out and in. Good. Now, can you move your hips at the same time? Out, in, out, and in. Booty hips. Out and in. Good. Pick it up. Out, in, You got it. Let that rhythm drive you. All right, let's come down. Shake it out. Come on up. And let's get into a second set. Booty hips.
Judy, booty hips. No, I really love about that show before. But
Thank you, Jerry.
this is really how Judy does it. It's not like she goes out and does all these big weights. 2-pound weights is basically for the most.
I've got 2 and 3, and then every once in a while when you're doing try, pick
Do
up the
5.
5-pound.
But you can do it. And
But you can do it.
and also, I wanted to say this too.
Okay.
Don't look at something that's like
It's a really good one, and it's a lot of fun. I do a whole bunch of different moves than I've
Right.
done in any of the other workouts, because you know how I feel about variety. Variety is what keeps you coming back and doing. It's not the same old routine music either. I spend a lot of time.
More
downloading music.
important, if you see something like 10 or 12 minutes, it's not 10 or 12 minutes. She's warming you up, stretching. She's cooling you down. The actual work is, you could do that in what, 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes?
In that one, I think the whole workout is, or the whole video is 16 minutes, but you know, I yammer for a minute at the beginning and I yammer a little bit at the end. And then the warm up is about 2 minutes and the cool down is about 2 minutes. So it ends up being in the middle.
10 minutes a day.
But that's it. Yeah. And some of them are even only 5 minutes and
Good.
I do the warm up and the cool down. But I love that there are 66 videos of work. Really bounce around, go back to some of the earlier ones. Thanks, you say. Sometimes they say that you take a video and repackage it and upload it again. And I keep thinking, is that going to be redundant? But if people don't know that they can go
it's
and watch videos, and it's
a class. I mean, if you just started mine, you would have seen it's episode 76. That means there's 75 more that you can watch.
Right.
Now, to be fair, 1 or 2 of them are like, no lesson today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the no lessons today when I move them over to, so they might be out of sync with the numbers.
So here's where the channel is. As you know, I love to put the links in the comments. So I wanted to make sure, since there are always new people watching, that everybody knew. And if you're watching on your mobile device and you haven't downloaded the YouTube app, it's not YouTube TV. Not that there's anything wrong with YouTube TV, but you all have downloaded the Facebook app on your mobile device. Just go ahead, go back to the App Store, get the YouTube app, and then you can go right to the channels. That's what's the thumbnail is the one that I chose, the booty hip thumbnail.
And the difference is YouTube app is free. YouTube TV costs money.
Right,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, thanks, Jerry. I'm so glad you find that they're easy to do. I want to walk you through them and make sure that you feel comfortable doing them, know what you should be feeling. Jane said, you've inspired me to tone my body. That's wonderful. That's what it's all about. Thank you guys for the feedback. And Paul.
Yes.
You also had one that I missed in here. I think it was this one right here. Christine saying, congratulations, good for you, Paul. So I wanted to make sure I went back and showed that to you. So anyway, that is the recent videos on both of our 2 channels.
And we also have a blast.
Whose do you want to play first?
Let's do yours first, because the other one will lead into your sale.
Oh, do you want to do yours first and then have the one that leads into my sale right away? No, the other one you're saying will lead.
Yes.
Ah, I'm on the same wavelength now.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a real short one.
This is a real short one.
Okay.
And can I give a disclaimer?
Sure.
Which makes it longer. I was doing a lot of Judy's PM magazines, and I realized that if I tried to do something that was an actual segment on the show, because they did these all over the country and some of them would be featured.
Yes, every state has
So this is more of one of the, what they call a toss.
Yeah. We used to call them wraparounds.
Right.
Because we would have to go out into the field, depending on what the stories were on the show that day. Then we would, if it was something about animals, we might go to the local zoo. If it was something about an Olympic diver, we might go to the local YMCA pool, and we would do like 5 or 6 wraparounds.
And this is a wraparound, but actually a little short snippet that shows Judy's personality perfectly.
Okay, I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Okay, here we.
Well, these race cars have been clocked at going as fast as 31 miles an hour, even though they average, I guess, right around 20. The way the race works is that they've got 4 minutes to race, and the car that has accumulated the most laps at the end of that 4 minutes without losing a wheel or something wins. Woo!
They
Right over my toe.
occasionally run over your feet. You have to be kind of careful of that. Now, if you're looking to get into a sport...
Notice? Did you notice the finger wag at the end?
I did. Bad girl. Watch your feet. I'm thinking to myself, the driver should be watching my feet.
They were trying to do that.
Oh, that's
They were
right.
showing their skills.
It was intentional. Blast from the past.
That's Judy.
Yeah, Meg. And that was Jim
Magazine.
Guy, who
Mhm.
was my co-host in Grand Rapids, Michigan when we were hosting that show together. All right, you want to set up the next one? Because I haven't seen this one either.
Well, basically, I've said this a lot of times that mines are in the most inhospitable, hard to get to places
Sounds
on
very
Earth.
glamorous, and they're never
Yes,
glamorous.
and the only thing, so I put a little snippet together of a drive we were taking to the pristine mine in Nevada, which what it doesn't reflect, since this is only about a 45-second video too,
Okay.
it doesn't reflect the actual time it takes to do all of this.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Okay. You get a little taste of it, right?
And you can leave us up.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
So
there's
we
no-
talk
I
through-
took all the
oh,
audio
that's
out.
true. Okay. Cool. All right. That makes it easy.
See?
Yes.
Now we're on that highway out of Nevada.
Yep.
Roads don't look too bad, right? What
No.
are you complaining about, Paul? Wait a minute, is that where we're going? To that mountain over there? Well, yeah. Now we're off paved road. You can see the trucks bouncing a little bit. Not too bad.
Yeah, I remember this like it was
Mhm.
yesterday.
And then a little further on, it gets a little more treacherous.
Yes, because now you can not only see the road narrowing, but the rocks.
Right.
I don't know how the
I don't know how he
miners-
turned around.
Well, and also I don't know how the miners don't get or do get out of there without 4 flat tires.
Let me out.
We're getting sick about this point.
I want my mom. No, and it's true. We did that. He was kind enough to take his truck up there
Yeah.
for our benefit. But that's not really how he goes up there. He has a little like 4x4 with a little trailer behind it.
Yeah.
It was
Almost like,
An
is it like
epic-
an RTV?
Yes.
An all-terrain or ATV, an all-terrain vehicle with the
Yeah.
great big tires, but you're just kind of, but then also remember that if they go up in a small vehicle, they still have to have, like Santa has to have enough room to be able to collect the material to then go back the other way and bring it back to get it cobbed and
Yeah.
cleaned and then
well, they have a
set.
little trailer on the back of it.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it, that
yeah.
It, but it's
Still
it was an
precarious.
epic battle to turn that truck around to
Yeah,
go back.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. And in some cases, if you're near a cliff, that can be really like hours just doing your back
I
and forth
remember
and
that.
back. I do too.
In a standard shift car.
Yes.
Judy was not happy.
I was not happy. And then you said, you want to get out? And I said, nope, you're going down. I'm going with you. But not quite in that tone of voice, as I recall. But the reason that Paul was saying that that's actually a really good segue is because many of you have been commenting on the various aspects of what I'm wearing.
Mhm.
And they're all available for 6 more days
At the price.
at
the 20% off.
Yes, because as you know, we have the Judy Kroll style jewelry at 20% off no matter how many pieces that you decide you want. You'll get free shipping. You'll get 20% off when you use the code. So I'm putting that link in the description, of course, as you know, in the comments below. But what we wanted to do was kind of a little like show and tell live. Oh, you know what I also wanted to
What?
get, and I forgot. It's probably right inside. I can run get it.
There
But
you are.
it was a ruler.
Oh,
It was the way that you're kind of able to see the size of these things. 2 of them, oh, in fact, these 2 are the exact same pattern, I
But a
should
different
say,
stone.
but a
Yeah.
different stone.
Yeah.
So that ring on the top is Larimar. And then I have my wedding ring with the other one, which is, of course, the white buffalo underneath it. But it's an extremely comfortable, really nice size ring. I'll show you the under gallery. It really just has a nice, comfortable, smooth finish. And then all of the focus and all the detail is right there on the top where you see the beading and then very comfortable on the sides. So that is, of course, the Larimar. And then I wore my favorite piece of the whole
The
collection.
bracelet.
I have to admit that that's my favorite piece.
That's a lot of Larimar for that price.
Yeah, it really
lot.
is. And especially then, if you can get the 20% off, and all you have to do is use code Judy20. There's a lot of extra length here too. It's another 1.5 inches. So you have options as to where or what length you want to wear that. I used my bracelet buddy. Paul was doing something different, so I grabbed my bracelet buddy and put it on all by myself. So I was very happy to have
We
it.
should get a bracelet buddy first.
I know. I need to put that on my site. But what else do you want to
Well,
talk
to show the white
the white
Christine.
Since you had just gone to the
Because,
mine.
well, yeah, and this is the rough, and this is how it comes exactly on the ground in this place in Nevada. Once you polish it, look at how the polish is up. I'll have to let you do a
Comparison.
Where
Because
are
there's
you?
really no matrix to be seen. So it's very easy
Very
for
clean.
them to really use
Yep.
a lot of the
Yep.
material
Good yield.
too. You know, they
Good
get a lot of the yield.
And likewise, if you get one of your Kingman pieces,
I'm forgetting about these guys, and I don't want to forget about you.
Mm.
And I know that not everyone is interested in jewelry, but for those who are, there are all kinds of questions that you have. And so this is the opportunity,
just
because after Christmas Day, it won't be 20% off anymore. And I just want everybody to be able to get something that maybe you can treat yourself
this
to.
is rough Kingman.
Ah, yeah.
Hmm.
Glenna owns this ring.
And then look what happens when you polish it. That's
and
how
then
it goes.
that's what it looks like
Yep.
when you polish and
Yep.
set it.
Yep.
So that's a beautiful, beautiful ring. And I don't know if the lighting is good enough for you to see it, but those are rainbow moonstones in the teardrop shape, gold setting on the outsides of the sterling silver oxidized piece. And that whole frame is oxidized so that
I
the
love that
high
oxidized
polish,
silver.
I do too.
Yeah.
It really, it's like Santa's vintage outfit
Collection.
today. You know, it's like, it just has so much personality when it's oxidized, and you can really see the peaks and valleys of the sterling silver. So that's Kingman. This is Kingman also. And this necklace is adjustable from 16 out to 19 inches. And I'm wearing it right now at 17. So I've got an extra 2-inch length to have it drop down even more. This also looks really good, like on the inside of a blouse, where just all that turquoise can kind of glimmer.
Yep. Once again, there's a rough.
Yep. Now, is that a Kingman piece?
This is Kingman.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Kingman.
Okay. And when you show the other side, you can see
Yeah.
all the matrix that's in it, but it polishes up beautifully.
That's
There's
the
a
polished side.
bracelet also that adjusts, and that matches exactly. I always want to have that so you guys can see it, but that matches exactly the Kingman rings. And yes, there are 2 Kingman rings, and it also matches exactly the necklace. But you see how many options you have. See how long the chain is? The chain's 1.5 inches. So it'll go from 6.5 out to 8 inches. Depending on the length that you need, you can adjust it. And that's also set in sterling silver. This, I have to say, is one of my favorites.
In fact, Parking Lot John's wife has that ring.
Yes. We went over to their house and Dawn saw it on me and she said, "Oh, is that turquoise?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Where did you get that?" I said, "It's actually a part of my Judy Kroll style collection." And she almost wanted to just take it right off my finger. Actually, I did let her take it right off my finger, and she tried it on. And the size that I had, this one, fit her middle finger. And it looked amazing on the middle finger. That and the pointer finger are also 2 really good fingers to choose to wear it. But I don't want you to feel like you have to have a really long fingers, because it's one of those things that allows you to wear it even if you have short fingers. And I don't have very big hands, but I also don't have very long fingers, and it just doesn't spin. So anyway, I just wanted to, it's definitely long, but because of the underside, you still have lots of movement with your hands.
Wait, bye with your turquoise.
Bye. Gigi's talking about the Larimar too.
Hey, I haven't heard from
Hi,
Gigi
Gigi.
in a while.
You like the Larimar and the collection? Isn't it pretty? I know she has a few pieces, and maybe even from either your collection or Chuck Clemency's collection.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I'm glad you like it. We figured this was the only way to really be able to show you, other than some of the posts that I do that are just still shots, and they're really pretty, and I like to kind of play photographer and set up a pretty background for you. But, and then the other ones that I have right now, I'm excited about January. There are lots of fun things coming in January. But right now is the time to take advantage of the 20% on these, because that does go away.
And you know what? It's not stuck in some supply line.
No, they're available now.
They're available now.
And also, you know, I should ease your mind about if anything doesn't fit. They have a great return policy. My vendor has a wonderful return policy. And here's an example. Obviously the necklace and bracelet, but you just go down to the very bottom of the home page and you'll see that there's a footer menu. And beneath the footer menu, you can click on either a category that you'd like to see more of, or you can do the returns and exchanges. So all you do is click on the returns and exchanges. It'll give you all the information that you need in order to be able to send it back and get your money back. And as I said, the shipping is free.
Here's what I would suggest.
So that's
too.
fantastic.
I would suggest, if you are ordering like a ring, for example, and they don't have your size, send them a message. Say, could you size it? You know, what would it cost?
Or send me a message.
They would do something very, very
You know what
easy.
happened?
What?
There was a woman who sent me a message.
Yeah.
It was after our Sunday Funday last weekend. And she said, because we featured the white pristine ring. And she said, I would really love to get it. And I would have made that a Christmas present for myself if you had the size 9. So I wrote her back and I said, let me talk to my manufacturer and see what they say and see if they can either size it for you or, and he came back and said, we can't size the ones that are in stock, but for an extra, get this, $25 will make her a new one in the size 9 that she needed.
That doesn't happen.
Still free shipping, still 20% off because it's the Judy Kroll style countdown to Christmas sale. So that's the kind of customer service. And so this is the ring that she has to look forward to. Now, the only other caveat is that they said it'll take an extra 6 to 8 weeks. So she won't get it before Christmas, but she didn't care. She was buying it to herself, from herself. So she was really happy. So if that is something that you want to do.
That's great. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. So that's the personalized thing that I want to share with you guys. And then there are 2 pairs of earrings, and I'll see if I can gracefully show you. Since I don't have a stand, I don't have any kind of stand, but those are the white buffalo earrings. And I've worn them many, many, many times on the show. They go with everything. I almost put them on for today's show because the black and white is just so classic. And then there's the back of the earrings. So you just really see that it's all white buffalo.
It's also all natural.
Sterling.
You know, it's calcite and quartz. And it's a pretty durable stone as well.
Yes. And that's what's so nice about, if you did want to get, I took it back off again. I'm like on air. Where's the product coordinator? Can they bring that ruler? Can they bring me another size? Nope. These are the 2 pieces in the white buffalo. Oh, and I should tell you something else. Right now, when you go on to the site, and let me see if I can bring it up for you again without driving you too crazy, but this is the site. And you'll see right there in the upper right-hand corner, the 2 white buffalo pieces that we were showing you today. When you go on the site now, that white buffalo piece in the ring is not there. And it's only because the website people combined the 2 rings that are alike. So except that they're just, so it's a choice of. So those are the exact same ring, but just in the white buffalo or the Larimar. And as a result, they combine them. So when you click on the Larimar ring, just look at the box next to it and it'll say white buffalo or Larimar.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I think that the white buffalo is $69 and the Larimar $79, but that doesn't include the 20% off. I think it comes down to 60 something, with the 20% off. And then the only other thing is my earrings. So I don't know if you can see those,
Kingmans?
but those are Kingman. And they also have the lever back style to them. Very comfortable, really pretty. I mean, they kind of kiss you when you move. So those are the pieces. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that that was still happening up until Christmas Day. So if you have any questions about it, you can personally, email me. Well, not email, I guess, but it's a message either on Instagram or on Facebook. Everybody's gotten so savvy about that now.
Except me.
So, is there anything else you can think
I don't
of?
think so. Just that have a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy
Yes.
Holidays. And if you see someone on the street, say, hey.
Yes, exactly.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It makes you feel good, makes them feel good.
Thank you, Karen. We appreciate all of you and all of you being here and putting up with our shenanigans.
Our last show of the year. Is that what this was?
No, it's the last show before Christmas.
Okay.
The last show of the year is next Sunday,
Okay.
the 26th of December,
Okay.
if all goes well. And guess what? I finally had the time to plan for this Sunday.
What?
Wise words.
Oh.
I've been remiss the last couple of weekends because time's just gotten away. And I was up at 4:30 this morning. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
Although I did go to sleep at 9. Maybe
There's
that had
that.
something to do with it. I was really tired, went to bed really early, and then got up really early. And the challenge is trying to be so quiet so I don't wake you, but
It didn't matter to me.
dead to the world. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. Here are the wise words to leave you with. Happy holidays.
What do we have?